Hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin has moved up a little bit today. We see a little bit of upside. Let's see how it looks when the stock market opens. We might see a bit of an impulse there, either up or down, but we might see a little bit of additional volatility in the first few trading hours. Don't want to talk about the daily time frame again. Did that in the earlier video today, so feel free to check that out if you like to see a little bit more of an overview. So we'll go straight away to the shorter time frame. Here we have seen since my last video a little bit of upside and nothing major. Quick glance here at the 1 hour chart before we then zoom in and take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Idea is that we're still dealing with a short-term bullish and short-term bearish scenario for BTC. Let me just move this main support area to the right. Got two scenarios here, two scenarios that I'm tracking. One is the short-term bearish scenario, and I will tell you which one this is. This is the white wave count. In this scenario, we have seen an A, B, C structure to the downside, which bottomed middle of April, and this correction started around the 13th of March. This correction could have been all of wave 4 already. It was an A, B, C structure, and there was even a reaction to the support region, which is what we normally expect. However, the price could not rally in an impulse or a 5-wave move, and we've just seen a lower low. My interpretation is that this was the start of a B wave in the white count, and we're now in the C wave of that B wave. A, B, and we're now in the C wave, which could even this one could get one more high. Okay. What will be key is if after the 5-wave move to the upside, which, as I said, even in the white count could be a C wave. If a support area holds, a higher low can form after these 5 waves. Well, if not, and we break down below support, then this is the white C wave of wave 4 to the downside. But the key is that in this scenario, a top can literally form at any time. So it's entirely possible that the B wave has topped already. If it has, it's absolutely not visible at this stage. Therefore, I'm leaning towards the yellow count at this stage. But if the B wave has topped, we would see a move down straight away. The B wave basically reminds us that this rally can top at any time. And then we use support areas based on Fibonacci mathematics to tell us when we can confirm that the B wave has topped. And if the B wave has topped, circle C should send us into the region around 55.5 to 58K. This takes us to the yellow count. In the yellow scenario, the correction was complete, but I cannot label that as an ABC structure because the ABC would have completed here around the 17th of April. But it is possible as a so-called W, X, Y. And the Y wave itself is an A, B, C structure. It's a more complex correction. In this scenario, we're now in the next move to the upside, a possible 5-wave pattern to the upside, which would be labeled as either wave 1. Yeah, probably a wave 1. Okay. I don't want to make it too complicated now. And after that one more high, a higher low should hold after a 3-wave pullback in a wave 2, and then we can go higher. Okay, so now let's take a look at the 30-minute chart. Before we do that, just want to remind you that I'm going to send out a newsletter again this weekend. Last weekend's newsletter included Blur as token. There's always an analysis in there, but there's plenty of other stuff, mindset related, and so on. If you want to sign up for the newsletter and you haven't done that, because we send that out every weekend, so you have something to read on the weekend. But I probably won't be able to do it until tomorrow. Last week it was Friday. Probably won't send it out until late tomorrow. So you have time to sign up. You go on our website, resources, newsletter. You'll find a direct link in the video description that points you directly to our newsletter page here. Just sign up and then you are basically in our system. You can obviously, unsubscribe at any time. It's completely free. Some people ask me, they don't want to pay for the newsletter. Well, it's not, it's free. It's it has a lot of value and it's free. So, and I plan to build on what we've developed already. So there will be more and more stuff in there. And yeah, it's quite cool. So check it out. Again, if it's not for you, you can always unsubscribe, but I think there's good value in there. Okay, let's zoom in. Oops. Come on. So, okay. All right. So in this yellow wave count, there are two variants. Variations. One is that the wave 4 already bottomed of this possible 5-wave move. And we're now moving up in an ABC structure, which would form a larger A wave, then another B, C, which should send us to around about 76K. In this scenario, it's important that the make or break point is holding, and it is at 66.3K last Thursday's low, last week's. As long as that level is holding, I expect upside, and the pattern is not broken. This upside could be in the ABC structure that I showed you, or we've completed, but it wouldn't really, from a practical point of view, it wouldn't make any difference. We might have completed a triangle pattern A, B, C, D, E, and opposite side of the E wave is normally the breakout. And in this triangle pattern, the wave 4 would still be unfolding. To be honest, you can't really distinguish between these two at the moment. It also doesn't matter. Important would be, however, that if we break below that red line, there is one more chance for the yellow count to find support in a more extended wave 4, in which maybe the internal B wave is a triangle. It breaks down, but then as long as it's holding 64.4K, here the golden ratio level, we could still turn around from there and attempt another rally in wave 5. Only below 64,370, I have to assume that this white B wave topped. If we get a break above yesterday's high at 69,500, 500, we have a first good indication that a low was formed. It's in addition to what I said in the last video, we've already seen a bit of upside. Yeah, I mentioned to you, this could be a 1-2 setup, but it's not reliable because the wave 1 would be a 3-wave move. You can't trust these guys. So yeah, it's still a lot, it's all on shaky grounds at the moment. But because we haven't seen any clear impulse to the downside or 5-wave move to the downside, I am leaning towards higher prices. That's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.